Yeah, the Proud Boys got a free subway ride from the NYPD following a drag queen story hour disruption. And there was some vitriol about the fact that there was a video about them being able to go through and not have to pay fare, and people were upset about that. What's the real crux of this story here?
The opinion that I bring forth may not be everyone's. There may not be agreement on this, so I acknowledge that my take on this is vastly different than what we have seen. But please bear with me. The reviews and the opinions of this particular co-host do not reflect the overall mission and agenda of the Transverse. Just me. So, a group of Proud Boys showed up in Queens to protest a drag queen story hour at a library in Queens. Now, this was on December 29th. The situation, we have seen this in the past where Proud Boys and protesters against the Proud Boys or counter protesters, that these things escalate in very quick and sometimes passionate ways, shall we say. The police intervened, and the video that we're referring to shows New York police officers and Metropolitan Transit Authority individuals opening up an emergency gate and allowing Proud Boys to go through that emergency gate without paying the fare for the subways. And of course, there was a little bit of noise being made, people calling out, the Proud Boys don't have to pay for their fares. Proud Boys coming back and making, a couple of comments that were very inflammatory. Police actually responded in saying, correct, they don't have to pay the fare when addressed by a particular individual. Now, here is the situation. A lot of outcry was being yelled that the Proud Boys were being allowed to skate on the fair. But let's take this back and let's look at the context. So, the context of this is that the police were trying to de escalate the situation at the library. And by de escalating the situation, what they were trying to do was evacuate the Proud Boys from the scene to de escalate it as quickly as possible. Now, in my humble opinion, from the appearance of this, letting Proud Boys go through a subway entrance without paying the fare does actually seem like the most expedient way to get their asses out of the way. So, in my opinion, I feel that what the police department was doing was actually doing what we want them to do, and that is get the Proud Boys the hell out of here. And so, from my perspective on this is, I'm not going to complain that they don't pay the fare. In fact, hell, I will pay the fare for these people to get out of the way. If it will get them out so that there is no harm that is done at a drag queen story hour, we are talking about terrorizing kids. We're talking about creating a public nuisance. We're talking about making it unsafe for people in the LGBTQ plus community as well as their allies to be able to celebrate inclusion and diversity among people while also talking about love. If we can get rid of those sons of bitches, let's do it.